2019 to order. Would you do the flag salute, Councilor May, please?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
A silent roll call has been taken and a quorum is present.
Approval of minutes for April 1st, 2019 regular council meeting and the April 10th, 2019 and the April 16th, 2019 special council meetings.
So moved.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Kyle and Jan.
Petitions, communications, and citizens' requests. Council President, I have nothing. Standing committees. City councilors.
Yes,
Councilor Klitsch.
I would like, I don't want to confuse you, I know we're very busy with the budget, but the first July meeting after the budget is passed, I would like to bring up the solar possibilities for Old Town.
Put that on the agenda.
You have a speaker to go with that?
I could find one, imagine.
Just
Yeah.
ask him.
Okay, get speaker, all right. Well, we need an evaluation first. Somebody come up and tell us what we have going for us.
Okay.
But I'll see what I can do. I'll say speaker. I'll see if they'll come up from revision.
And I had something I'd like to bring up. This is, next year is 200 Maine's bicentennial year.
Right.
And lots of communities have a bicentennial committee, and I wonder if we want to consider having a bicentennial committee.
You're gonna head it up, right?
Well, the museum has one, and I was thinking maybe we can partner, you know, have a representative for the council. Probably shouldn't be me on both of them, but I think we should. I mean, it's 200 years old, and a lot of other communities do have bicentennial committees, and they've already had a meeting on it, so we should consider that.
Do we have a volunteer to do that?
How about you and I?
Sure.
Between us two?
Sure.
Okay.
Good job.
Thank you. Anybody else? Special committees. City manager.
Our MS4 permit this weekend, if you saw folks out, that was the street and stream cleanup. We had 25 people from Old Town Canoe, 6 from the high school, and 15 from the University of Maine. So had about 60 trash bags going out Gilman Falls towards the interstate, and they also cleaned down to the 4th Street boat ramp.
Good job.
And they got, I believe it was 40 catch basins are stenciled now. Wow. So, little yellow paint got around places it shouldn't have, but most of it went where it was supposed to. Route 43 Bridge, had a meeting in here last week to put on new surface cement. That's, if you look on the
Can you
state's,
say which bridge that is? Because I was confused.
over Gilman Falls, going out Route 43. So when you go over Gilman Falls, and then you go
overpass?
over the interstate, right?
It's
over
the
interstate.
overpass, not the Gilman Falls Bridge.
Right.
They're gonna fix that hole in that one again, though, right?
Right. It's a pretty extensive project. They wanted to shut the bridge down, and they wanted to redirect traffic up the interstate to Elton and back down. We've requested that they not do that for emergency purposes, to please try to keep one lane open, and for the buses also. It's scheduled, if you look on their bridge repairs, it's scheduled for 20 or 21. That kind of coincides with the whole Stillwater Avenue Bridge, so I'm not really sure either one of those are gonna get done in that time period, looking at the way bids are coming back on state projects, so.
What was the time frame if they shut the whole thing down? I mean,
Well, that was a preliminary meeting, so all they said was it could save money if they had it, because they could do it faster.
Sure.
So they said that we could probably save a couple $100,000.
yeah, but no, how much, you know, if you can do it in
Right, you saving, are
reasonable
you saving
time.
2 weeks, or
Right.
you saving a
Right.
month? What do you know, that'd
I
be my
mean,
question.
as opposed to,
You probably
Right.
save months.
By doing it? Yeah.
It's kind of like the Stillwater Bridge meetings. They understood our concerns and would consider them. That's
yeah.
pretty much where they left it, so.
Well, Bill, thought I heard something on the news the other night. They were talking about the state projects coming in high,
Yeah.
and I thought they specifically mentioned the Old Town project, one of the ones
They did.
being
Yep.
pushed aside.
Yep, from Abbott Street to the top of Center Street Hill. Came in extremely high.
Oh, okay.
We're still, that's part of, when you look at John's paving project, you know, we can, what they're gonna try to do is push that out between us, Orrington, and there was another community, I'm not sure if it was Brewer or who, but there's a larger project in Hamden. They can get that one done this year, and they basically pushed us out 2 years because they don't have any money available, so they'll come back. We'll do a skim coat over that, so we don't end up having that section of road fall apart, but,
When you say a skim coat, like we did on South Main Street, put in 1.5 inches,
yeah.
or
it's-
half an inch like they
just
did on
as-
Gilman Falls, it didn't last through the winter.
Yeah. It'll last a couple of years.
And what was the last update on the Stillwater Bridge project, do you know?
They haven't gotten back to us for quite a while now.
Was that the same date, though? It was 2000?
2000, well, it's on their proposed schedule for 2020 or 2021, but I just don't think they're gonna,
Do it by then.
they haven't even sent out any bid specs or anything yet. That's a major project. I mean, they're,
Oh, absolutely.
because the two intersections are also gonna be replaced. The one on the Bennett, Stillwater, and then the College Ave Stillwater is all gonna get replaced. They've got $5 million set aside just to redo those two intersections.
Wow.
So they're gonna have a lot of, when they get to that point where they're gonna do that, if you look at their preliminary plans right now, it appears as though the way corners are gonna be changed on some of those intersections could impact properties. I don't know if they'll have to have takings on those. They haven't really talked about that yet, but when you look at the diagrams, the preliminary ones, they look like they're awfully close to houses if some of them are supposed to stay. So they've got a lot of foot and leg work to do before they get through that whole process.
If they're gonna take houses.
I'm not saying they are. It just looks like the road's awfully close to a couple of the houses.
Anything else of Bill? There is no consent agenda, public hearings and second reading of ordinances. The city council will conduct a public hearing on a proposal to relocate the polling place for all voters in Ward 1, Old Town, and Ward 5, Argyle, from the Knights of Columbus Hall at 5 Gilman Falls Avenue to the Old Town Elks Club at 37 4th Street for all future city, state, and federal elections. I'd open the public hearing. Any comments?
Well, as we all know, the Knights of Columbus Hall is being sold, so I can't use that anymore. I have been up to the Elks Lodge with Doug Hill from Public Works. He's my right-hand man when it comes to setting up for elections. So we have done a lot of measuring, and we had it there before. Back when we had 5 different wards. And I had Ward 1, which was my largest there. It will flow, it'll be fine. I'm a little concerned about the parking, but at the last November election, at the Casey Hall, I had lines out to the parking lot. So I don't see any solution to that. And inside the Elks Lodge, it will work just fine. I'm not worried about that. I've been talking with Kyle, and the person that's in charge of the hall rental is gonna come see me and bring me the contract, which Ed, I will forward. I'll scan it and forward it to you and just see if we need to add anything. So it's all gonna work out.
Cool.
Good.
Any other comments? I would close the public hearing then. The city council will consider approval of a proposal to relocate the polling place. Councilor Brissette?
Resolved, the Old Town City Council hereby approves relocating the polling place for all voters in Ward 1, Old Town, and Ward 5, Argyle Township, from the Knights of Columbus Hall at 5 Gilman Falls Avenue to the Old Town Elks Club at 37 4th Street for all future city, state, and federal elections.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor?
What?
New business. The city council will consider approval of an application for Tim Caliendo for a major special event permit to hold on Memorial Day Parade and Veterans Celebration in Riverfront Park. Sponsors of the event are the City of Old Town Canoe, Old Town Trading Post, and 9 Dragons. Councilor Klitsch.
Resolved, the Old Town City Council hereby approves an application from Tim Caliendo for a major special event permit to hold a Memorial Day Parade and Veterans Celebration in the Riverfront Park on May 27, 2019, and to waive the permit fee.
Any discussion?
I'll second.
Oh, yeah, we ought to have that, Ed.
Yeah, I'll second the motion.
All those in favor? The city council will consider going into executive session for the purpose of consulting the city attorney, considering the matter of James Mitchell versus the City of Old Town. Councilor Smart.
Resolved, the Old Town City Council hereby approves going into executive session pursuant to Title I, MRSA, subsection 405-6E, for the purpose of consulting with city attorney concerning the matter of James Mitchell versus the City of Old Town.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor? We'll take 5.
12?